Hello friends, today we will check out the shortest conclusive game in the history of World Chess Championship. It was played between Viswanathan Anand and Boris Gelfand in 2012. Before this game, Gelfand was leading with 4 versus 3 points, so Anand need to strike back. Anand with white pieces opens the pawn to d4. Gelfand replies with knight to f6. After c4, g6, knight to c3, g3 and knight to f3 are more commonly played moves. But Anand goes a sideline f3. Now it is Gelfand's turn to surprise Anand. Instead of more popular moves like bishop to g7 or d5, Gelfand goes c5, attacking d4. So only after 3 moves, we have a rare position on the board. Both the players continue their development with d5, d6, e4, bishop to g7. Here, Anand has 3 main moves, knight to c3, knight to e2, and bishop to d3. He goes knight e2 with the idea of placing his kingside knight on c3. Gelfand short castles. Anand goes knight e to c3 as per his plan. Gelfand plays a slightly unusual move, knight to h5, probably planning to open the position with f5 or e5. Anand can attack the knight with g4, but it would open up his kingside a bit too much, which can be very risky in an important World Championship game. So he goes bishop to g5, pinning the e7 pawn and stopping e5 or e6. Gelfand plays bishop f6, offering the bishop exchange. However, it is a bit inaccurate as the dark square bishop is his most active piece and an important defender of his king. Without the bishop, there will be dark square weaknesses around his king. Anand happily exchanges the bishops. Again, g4 is playable. After g4, knight to g7 would be passive for black. And if knight to f4, then after queen to d2, g5, black would have problem developing his pieces, especially the light square bishop. But instead of g4, Anand goes queen to d2. Gelfand strikes in the center with f5. After e takes f5, bishop takes f5, Anand plays g4, forking the bishop and knight. However, Gelfand has many ways to handle it, like bishop takes b1, queen h4 check, rook e8 check, queen e7 check, etc. He opts for rook e8 check. Anand tucks his king to the queen side. We have bishop takes b1 by Gelfand, only move to avoid loss of material. After rook takes b1, Gelfand can go knight to f6 or knight to g7 with a slightly worse but playable position. However, he goes queen to f6. His idea is after g takes h5, he will fork the white king and rook with queen takes f3 check. But this is a critical blunder due to miscalculation. Forcing moves need to be calculated as far as possible until the dust settles. After g takes h5, queen takes f3 check, king c2, queen takes h1. Can you find the only winning move played by Anand? Yes, queen f2. Black queen is trapped and Anand will win it soon. So Gelfand resigns. Gelfand later admitted that when he played queen to f6, he had overlooked queen to f2. It allowed Anand to win the game in only 17 moves, making it the shortest conclusive game in the World Championship history. Later, Anand went on to win the World Championship and became 5-time World Champion. Hope you enjoyed this game and learned some lessons from it. Please click the subscribe button to watch more such exciting instructive games. Bye and take care.